Hey guys, so it's about time I made another one of these how to best spend your Dragon Stones videos, since it's actually been quite a while, and the 5th year anniversary is rapidly approaching. And as always, I'm going to preface this video by saying that I am by no means instructing you to absolutely follow what I'm saying. This is more simply just to give advice to players who might not necessarily fully understand what is coming to the global version of Dokkan. And obviously you are free to take my advice or not, but the overall purpose of this video is just to, give you a general understanding of what I believe to be the best way to get the most value out of your Dragon Stones based off of what we know, and that is like one of the biggest advantages of playing the global version in the first place. So this is DBZ space, and this is the area where we can see the past banners that have happened and that were released on the JP version of Dokkan. And being in the global version right now, this is basically the vicinity of where we're at. We are basically at Christmas time, where JP was, during Christmas time. This video is being recorded on May 5th, 2020. So about 6 months ago, it's like 5 months ago, right? A little bit less than 5 months for JP. So we just had this banner release on global, the Spirit Bomb Absorbed LR Goku banner, and then we just had this AGL type banner release as well. A little bit out of order, but it's the same vicinity pretty much. So those two banners are up. Fastly approaching, we do have the dual Dokkan Fest for, we just had the Merge Boss banner as well, for Goku and Vegeta. So transforming Super Saiyan 2 Angel Goku into Super Saiyan 3, and then transforming Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta into Majin Vegeta. Now we can take a look at their banners, but I just want to sort of give a general overview of what JP had, and then we can go ahead and go back and talk about everything else. Then we just had a bunch of filler stuff here. I mean, the Strength banner came out, that's fine. This is another filler banner before the anniversary. And then we have the anniversary banners. So the anniversary banners, they came out on February 15th. I believe they came out on global. I think it was July 7th last year for the 4th anniversary. So I expect that to come out at a similar time, or a similar day this year as well. We'll pull these up just to have these up for later. So it's the anniversary, and then the anniversary runs for a while. Then we have this banner here, and then we have this banner, the Beerus Dokkan Fest, and the Tech banner. I'm not even going to bother pulling up these these side filler banners, because at this point I think it's just general knowledge that you should not summon on these. And by the way, this video is more focused on conveying messages to free-to-play players and very light spenders. So if you're somebody who normally buys Dragon Stones or isn't afraid to spend money on the game, then by all means summon on what you want. But I'm just, primarily making this video focused towards players who are, have very, very limited resources and need to decide what they want to do with them. Then we have this banner. This was already released on global, so I'm not going to talk about this. Then we have this banner. This is also released on global already, so we're not going to talk about that either. And then we only have these two, so I'll pull these up as well. We'll have those up as well. Then we have this banner. I'm not going to talk about this because this is just a rehash. So that's pretty much it. We have those banners pulled up here. Let's start back where we are pretty much right now. So these banners should be appearing on the global version, I think, within the next 3 to 4 days is what I would say. So it's actually very close. It's much closer than you think, probably. Now, this is the last, maybe. This is the last, I think, big banner before the anniversary. And we get to, oh, that's not the right page. Let's keep that. Actually, let's keep that up because I actually want to look at something here. Okay, so this is the Goku banner. Let's scroll down, take a look at it, and this is the Vegeta banner. So obviously, dual Dokkan Fest. It's global. Global has much better rewards than JP does in terms of summoning. Typically, the global version has these things called super multi discounts, where the first rotation, right? So the first 3 multis are all 30 stones instead of 50 stones each. So that gives you a net, I guess a net discount of 60 stones. Like it's 20 stones off for 3 multis, so that's basically a 60 stone discount in total. Plus you're getting tickets, and tickets on global are a big deal. I think the way it worked for the 4th anniversary was every multi-summon you did gave you 3 tickets, and you can obviously use 1 ticket to perform 1 single summon. So basically every single multi you were doing gave you 15 stones back to use on the banner, which is insane if you think about it. Because if you spend a bunch of multis, a bunch of stones on the banner, like you're going to accumulate a lot of those tickets, and you're basically going to be getting a lot of extra summons for free, which is also it's insanely like valuable, right? There were tickets that were data mined. That's the reason why I had this pulled up. If we can, this is the wrong version. I don't know if this is probably these right here. So no, that's not it. Well, I mean, it basically looks the same as those, right? Maybe it's this one. I don't know, but yeah, this is it. Yeah, this is it. So valid until 6/14. So I don't think the actual Dokkan Fests are going to be live for that long. Maybe. I mean, they might last a month. Who knows? But yeah, you get these tickets for summoning, and then you can use those to summon on the banners again. So in terms of value, you're getting the 3+1 and tickets and discounts. That's a lot. that is. We're presuming there's going to be discounts, right? I mean, it just makes sense because that's what's happened for Global the past like 5-6 times in a row now. But taking a look at what these overall banners look like, right? I think these banners are, you know, they're not absolutely terrible, but they're not good. They are certainly not good. There being 8 featured units is really not the best. I mean, I'm saying that being a whale myself and, you know, not needing a lot of these units, but for somebody who, you know, is newer to the game or doesn't have a lot of these guys, then it could be nice because you have more opportunities to get more of a variety of units. But the overall rate is not changing, right? The overall rate is still 10%. And it's just a lot harder to pull a specific unit you want on the banner when there's more featured units because the rate for one unit gets diluted and spread out along the other units, right? So all these units are good. Like, I'm not going to say any of these units on here are bad, right? This guy's very good, 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 and very good. But obviously this guy's way better than just very good, but, you know. The only problem I have with this banner, as well as the Goku banner, right? The Goku banner is the same thing. They're all good, right? The only problem I have here is that this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, and this guy have all been on like 400 banners. And the same thing with the Goku banner, right? This guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, and this guy have all been on 400 banners. So what is that? Like 5 of the 8 featured units are on like every single other banner that comes out. So they just come back so frequently that I don't know if them being good is enough to merit you summoning on these banners because they're not hard to obtain, right? You've had so many chances to get these guys at this point. But if you are somebody who, you know, hasn't, you know, been lucky enough to pull one of these guys, and let's say you're coming into this banner, right, where you're maybe missing 7 out of 8 of these units, then yeah, it's a good banner to pull on for sure. Same thing with the Goku banner. So in that case, you'd have to decide for yourself whether or not you think it's worth summoning. The Super Saiyan 4s being on here is definitely a big draw for a lot of players, I think, because since these Super Saiyan 4s have come back on these 2 banners for JP, they have not returned. And that is definitely a place where you could spend your red coins and then just skip these banners entirely. That's also an option, right? I mean, the red coins definitely come in handy for sure, but I'm going to talk about that later a little bit because I think there's another place you could spend red coins on that would be a lot, well, not a lot better, but, you know, it's something to think about. So my recommendation for this banner is at least maybe just do the first rotation, which gives you the discounts, right? So in total, that would be 90 stones on this banner and then 90 stones on this banner as well. I think that's fair, right? You do the first round, so spend 90 stones on both banners, and you get, you know, 4 multis plus, you know, however many tickets they're going to give you. So that's pretty good value. I'd say that's you know, a good place to be for you know, someone who's free to play or not really a heavy spender in the game. So that's what I would say about these banners. I would say not to go crazy on them because we have monstrous stuff coming up after that. Now, here's where things get interesting because for Global, as we just saw with the tickets, these are slated to go away on June 14th. And I think there is a good chance that we end up getting one more Dokkan Fest before the anniversary drops because that is like half of a month of, it would literally be half a month of nothing, right? If those banners went away in like early June, like to maybe early mid-June, and then you have like the rest of June with nothing. I think there's a good chance that they go ahead and release this banner before the anniversary starts. We saw this last year with Kid Goku. Kid Goku was the first Dokkan Fest after the 4th year anniversary for JP, but Global actually went ahead and pushed the Kid Goku out before the anniversary. He was the last Dokkan Fest before the anniversary dropped. And so I think this Beerus banner could actually slide into that same time slot as Kid Goku did. And his banner's actually really good. I mean, take a look at Whis here. Whis is like one of the best units in the game for like Extreme Super Battle Road, one of the hardest events in the game. Same thing with just every other Super Battle Road stage. He's really, really good. I can't think of a single event where he's bad. I mean, Legendary Goku event, yeah. I mean, events that like negate dodging, he's not going to be really good in, but for most of the content in the game, 99% of the content in the game is going to be very good. Beerus himself is insanely good. Then you have Cooler. We'll go ahead and talk about Cooler specifically in a second. Namek Goku is very good. This guy's very good, but again, he's been on a lot of banners, and then same thing for this guy and this guy. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like this guy's like, I'll give this guy like half a point. 4.5 of these units are very good. So I would say it's really tough because obviously this banner is not as good as the anniversary banners, and this is where this sort of red coins thing comes into play here. If you don't have Cooler, and I expect a lot of you guys not to have Cooler because I think a lot of people didn't summon on his original banner because of better stuff that was coming up at the time. But if people didn't summon for Cooler and don't have Cooler, I actually think it might be a good idea to pick up at least one copy of Cooler with red coins on this banner. It might even be more worth it to pick up a copy of Cooler than a copy of the Super Saiyan 4s from the Dual Dokkan Fest coming up for the Majin Vegeta and the Goku banner. The reason why I say this is using your red coins on this banner allows you to completely skip this and save for the anniversary, and then the anniversary banner, we take a look here. Transformation boost, transformation boost, transformation boost, transformation boost, transformation boost. And then we go ahead and take a look at the Gogeta banner. Transformation boost, transformation boost, transformation boost, transformation boost, this guy's not transformation boost. So like almost the entire banners for both of these, all the best units in the game, are all on transformation boost. So actually, is Broly on it? I don't remember if Broly's on it or not. But I know most of these guys are. So I mean, if you spend your red coins for just one copy of Cooler here, I think you're sitting well for the anniversary, because what I'm going to say is from now until the anniversary, I think if you're going to spend stones, the only thing you should be spending on is doing the first rotation on the Goku banner, so the Super Saiyan 3 transforming Goku, and then the first rotation on the Super Saiyan 2 / Majin Vegeta banner. So 180 stones, spend that there, get a lot of value from that, and then after that, save completely everything until the anniversary drops, and then spend your red coins on Cooler if you don't have him, and then spend everything you have on both these banners. And if you get lucky and you end up pulling Vegeta, or you pull Gogeta, or you pull both of them, you can run them both on Cooler's team, and then you're set. You can beat every event in the game. So that's what I would say, because most people, I think, have been saving a decent amount of their stones for the anniversary, and I think that's what you should continue to be doing. Just the most value out of this banner, right? We talked about the 3+1. We talked about the tickets. The discounts, everything, all that stuff applies to these banners as well, just based off of what we had last year on Global. So that would be my advice to a lot of people. If you take that advice, I think you have, you're giving yourself your best opportunity to pull the best units in the game. So that's my advice there. So we're done talking about these banners. Let's close these out. Let's close out the Beerus banner. Talked about him. Then we come to this. This is a top legendary summon banner, so there's 2 featured LRs. This is a gigantic skip. Gigantic skip. I mean, yeah, Rosé's really good, Broly's really good, but 12 featured units, you have a 1 in 6 chance basically of pulling an LR if you pull a featured unit. It's not really that good. I mean, Broly's really good, Rosé's really good, there's better things you could be saving for. Goasu's really good, and then after that it's just like, these guys are good, but they're not, like, you could be saving for better things. So I would just say definitely skip this banner. And then we have this. This is sort of like a weird thing, because typically the Golden Week banners on JP don't end up coming to Global until we get the thank you celebration, and that thank you celebration always ends up happening in November to line up with Thanksgiving. So like the later portion of November. So we wouldn't be seeing these guys for like 6 more months. So I think, if you didn't pull Goku or you didn't pull Majin Vegeta, they return on these banners. So, and look, by the way, look how insane this banner is. This guy is incredible. Obviously, this guy's very good. Piccolo, probably one of the most slept on Dokkan Fest units in the entire game. He's insane. Trunks is very, very good. By the way, Trunks has only returned once. He's returned 0 times on Global. He's going to have returned once we have the anniversary, because he's on the anniversary banner. He's on the Vegeta banner. Gogeta's really good. These guys are, you know, they're not bad, but they're not great. And then the same thing with the Boo banner, right? Very, very good. Obviously insane. This guy's very good, very good, very good. Not great and not great, but they're going to get easy A's at some point. So both banners are actually very good. They have at least 5 featured units that are top tier. So if that's why I'm saying, like, only do the first rotation on the Goku and Vegeta banners, because they're going to come back on these banners, and by this point you guys should have you know, at least 400 red coins saved up, I think, maybe. So, you know, if you don't pull, you know, the Goku on this original banner, and you don't pull the Goku on this banner, you can maybe pick up a copy with red coins here. So, same thing with the Vegeta as well. So I think after the anniversary, this is probably the next big banner you should be saving for. But there is one question mark, which is the download celebration, because the download celebration happens after the anniversary, and then we generally have maybe like one filler Dokkan Fest before the download celebration. The download celebration usually happens at the end of August / early September. Those banners are usually very hype. Last year it was Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, or not Super Saiyan 2 Gohan because he never transforms, but Gohan and the LR Cell. So this year could be something crazy as well. So we'll see. It's not really something I can predict at this point because we don't know anything about it yet. It's going to be a same time celebration with JP if things go the same way they did last year. And then lastly, we have this banner. Just don't even think about summoning on this banner. It's just very, very bad. And then the final thing to talk about here is after the anniversary, before the download celebration, because the download celebration again last year occurred in late August / early September. There's going to be like half of a month to 3/4 of a month of a gap in between that. So there's going to be a Dokkan Fest in there. That's generally how they've done things the past 2 years. And because I think Beerus is going to happen prior to the anniversary, I don't know what they're going to do there. Because, again, Global already had this Bardock banner. Global already had this Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku banner. So I'm thinking like they might just do a Global first and throw him in there to sort of, you know, fill that gap. Or they could just push this Nappa banner in there. But I don't think people would really take the bait on this one. But that's sort of what I'm thinking. So, again, just to recap everything what we talked about here. Do the first rotation on this, so 90 stones here, 90 stones here, get the tickets, get, you know, as much value as possible by spending as little stones as possible, then completely just forget about these banners for that. After that, skip this, obviously. Anniversary, spend everything on these banners, and, well, okay, so then Beerus comes out before the anniversary, right? I would say this might be the most controversial thing I'm saying here, but spend your red coins on one copy of Cooler. That's, I think, a smart thing to do. And then don't summon on this banner though. Just spend your red coins for Cooler. Then spend all your stones on these banners, and then just hope you get lucky. I mean, at this point, people have been telling you to save for these banners for months and months and months. So I hope you guys listen. You should have a lot of stones saved up for these banners to give yourself the best chance to summon. These will have tickets. These will have discounts. These will have 3+1. So a lot of things helping you out there. So again, spend all your stones here, and then after this. After these, you know, the anniversary ends, we can sort of come back, and I'll do another video talking about what I think we should, what you guys should be doing with your stones, because at that point we'll know kind of what's coming up for Global again, because, you know, this has already happened, and this will be, you know, about 3 months away once the anniversary is over, so we'll have a better picture at that point. But again, the anniversary is where you need to be spending your stones if you want to have the best value for your, you know, for your stones. So that's going to do it for this one. Let me know what you think. Again, controversial thing is spending your coins for Cooler, but I think it's actually worth it if you're going to be spending a ton of stones on these banners. So, yeah, I'll see you guys all in the next one.